Good afternoon, my mates. Hope you had a good week. The travels were good, and we are ready to hit it hard tomorrow. Where we at, obviously, game is in a really, really good place. The short game can obviously always get better, and the putting just a little bit. But irons excellent. All the swing we're coming together, and drive is a little bit inconsistent. All right. So if we look through those video reviews, okay, it's exactly what we're picking up, isn't it? Right. So the shot and hold has been huge for us, really helping the iron swing, and over time, obviously, it helped the sequence as well, in terms of because of the hold part or the shut and stop. All right, we're allowing the legs to work and sequencing that downswing quite nicely. All right, we have noticed, or what we did notice there on those reviews, especially with the short game, that possibly that little bit of arm pull is sneaking back in. Okay, so we just want to stay on top of that because of how good everything has been. And then obviously our big focus, our last sort of big piece of the puzzle with the downswing is matching the downswing posture. So not, if the chest stays over like it does with right heel down drill, all right, then the hips are still working, right? Or if the hips are working, we don't start to lose our body angles. Okay, we've just got to match it up. Right? Obviously very, very close, very, very difficult to do repeatedly. So we're super happy with it, all right? So, bit of hard work. I know you like the hard work anyway. Bit of hard work, but love where the game is at. And obviously, we've got to sort this driver out. I'll get to that in a second. We're just going to start off there with the high and low, and then the stock. All right. Remember what I said? We did try the high, medium, low. So medium being stock, but your medium and your low are pretty much the same. All right. Now I do agree. Now the low is actually quite low. Okay. And then the medium is sort of stuck in between. All right, it is a medium, but the face is quite open. Okay, so a lot of them come out a little bit right. Okay, so let's stick with that. Okay, so that medium must feel like that shut and hold sort of feel. And the low one, sorry. The low one must feel like that shut and hold feel is coming out low, so that is good. But then the medium one must feel normal, but with just a slightly squarer face, not so open in the face. Okay, especially on the backswing. Just keep it square on the backswing. It should match everything up by itself. High ones were terrific this week. All right. I do feel like sometimes the high one can have a little bit more in the follow-through. We're not trying to hold it off to hit a high one. Okay, but they were terrific this week. All right. In general, through all of those, I felt a little bit active here. Okay, so all I want to do, high, medium, low, as you can see there in your warm-up, but all I want to do is really make sure of aggressive torso rotation. Okay, so change your setups, stance, width, ball position, okay, but whether it's low, okay, or high, I want aggressive body rotation. Okay, none of that. Okay, aggressive meaning slightly earlier, slightly faster, slightly more complete body rotation. Okay, right, so adapt that in. Obviously do your functional stuff as laid out. And then the other body warm-up is I want a little bit of opposite direction drill, please. Okay, so upper body going this way, lower body going that way before you finish. Okay, so you can start off with whatever length, but shoulders, arms, and club going this way, hips going towards the target before. Okay, start with little half ones, and then as you're feeling it, you can build up to longer ones. So go longer back before you let the hips go. But when you let the hips go, you must keep going. Keep going in the backswing. All right. Okay, so do a few of those for me. Right, then iron swing looking great. All right. So stick with shuts and hold. Okay. Normal iron swing, hips back looked terrific, except we got a little bit of cross and a little bit pulley. It wasn't quite right with the shut and hold. All right, so we're going to adapt those two. Okay, so it's shut and stop, hips back. Okay, shut and stop, hips back. Right, we're going to adapt those two rather than wedge under the right heel. Okay, we'll see how the posture is this week. If we have to slip back next week, that's what we do. All right, so shut and stop, hips back. That's going to be the iron swing. Sorry, you had a lot of notes this week. Oh, that's right. For the same reasons, okay, the second drill, all right, I want you to have that feel that we had a couple of weeks ago on the course, all right, width at the top. So just feel strong, wide, and neat at the top of the backswing. Okay, so just normal swings, normal setup, all right? And always trying to feel at the top of the backswing. I've actually hurt my shoulder, so I'll try my best. Okay, all we're trying to feel is that shape. Okay, nice arms pushed away from me. Okay, nice and strong. Even if it feels slightly rigid, don't worry too much. Okay, so just normal swings, strong and wide at the top, and off you go. Okay, and then drill number 3, probably most important, okay, is our driver. So the big issues really with the driver are the shoulder plane. And then you can see through the round, you start to adapt the downswing in terms both of sequence and posture to get the club where you want it to be. All right, which obviously is better, but it's just going to continuously lead to inconsistency. All right, it's definitely shoulder plane being the major issue, and that causing a little bit of posture and sequence issues. Okay, so shoulders flattening out a lot with the driver. Balance points were better. Normally when we flattened out, we've lost these balance points. We get this reaction here, and we get into that left toe. None of that, so that was fantastic. But shoulder plane and club way across there. Not because it's too long, it's because it's across. Okay, if I get the correct shoulder plane, the club will go to the correct place. Right, so it's hugely about shoulder plane. Weight shift did look better, especially the first 2 looked like you got more behind the golf ball, so that was really good. Okay, and then you didn't like it, so then we started to get into the left knee a little bit. All right, so what we have to learn how to do is pivot correctly. So put a club on the ground. There's a club here. All right, especially the driver must pivot right into the right hip. So yes, the ball is there. Okay, club on the shoulders. All right, now it's not parallel. It's not like that. Okay, it must be, from my side, it must be above this shaft, directly above, so it mustn't be here. All right, but from the side and angle, it must point downward. Okay, so that's where the shoulder must go. Okay, right behind the ball, but on the correct plane. Okay, so from my view, the shaft must get directly above, but not parallel, pointing down on the original plane. So probably pointed about there is the way to think about it. Okay, so that is where I'm trying to get with the driver. Good shoulder plane, but behind the golf ball. Okay, and that's what I want you to work on with the driver. All right, if you can, a couple of videos from the side-on view as well, but not that important. We've got to get the shoulder plane back with the driver so that we can sequence, keep our posture, and get that consistency back. Okay, hard work, I know. That's where we're at. We're just trying to find small margins. Love where the game is at. Congrats, or well played, should I say, on the 78 last week. And let's keep that going. Get this stuff even better and settle down regularly then. Okay, enjoy, my mates. I'll talk to you later.